Hello, Diamond Club members. Welcome to our Diamond Club Live. This is Ashley.
Hello, everyone. This is Summer. Today, we invite a cross-border expert, Mr. Zeng, to share with us some hot topics in global trade.
Hello, Mr. Zeng. Please say hello to our audience and make a brief introduction of yourself.
Hi there, I am Jimmy. Call me Jimmy. I'm very happy to join you in this sharing and discussion session, as always. In the past 20 years, I've been in service to the business of importing from Asia, mostly from China, for several of those major European and US retailers. Apparently, this world is keeping changing. We have seen that. If we look back at the evolution of the business over the past 20 years, I believe there would be a lot to speak about. That's why I'm pretty much happy each time we hear each other and give our voices. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. And we know that you are an expert in doing some research on industries and global trade. And according to the current trade situation and the recent news, our buyers would like to discover more in three aspects: the industries, tariffs, and the sea transportation.
So could you share with our buyers which industries have more advantages when importing from China? For instance, the labor cost of apparel factories in Vietnam is getting lower than in China. Some buyers might turn to import from Vietnam. So what are the advantages of importing from China?
Well, speaking of the competition from other countries than China, I think apparently those countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, Bangladesh, and even India are emerging. Textile business is the first example of the success of the taking over of these countries, right? I'm sure there will be a second, and so on and so on. I've been to these countries many times in discovering their potentials over the years. So if I could give some advice to the players in these countries and to the buyers, I'd say that those machine-made products may be the more appealing, the more quick wins for us to invest in, I would say. People should really hire more automated machine lines than hiring workers there in these countries. So I don't really see quickly there is a trend that Vietnam, for example, could win a lot of labor-intensive categories, except apparels and the shoes, because there is no EU market in the country. You understand?
Yeah.
This is very important. You know, having a market like EU with all kinds of accessories and materials, free for buyers or manufacturers selection to put in their production lines are so important for industry. But today, I would say Vietnam, for example, they are not ready for that. And moreover, the labor market in the countries smaller than China appears to be more volatile, which brings a lot of uncertainty and complication towards the time delivery and towards the industry overhead, as well as the transactional cost. So I would suggest we go with a certain product categories that requires less complexity of the specifications and the components of which are universal and the manufacturing process of which could be highly automated. By and large, China, on the other hand, is still a great industrial partner who could bring up values throughout the entire supply chain, in my opinion. Abundant material alternatives, stable labor resources, and predictable production lead time, rich experience in the concept like design to cost, etc., are all those values that could greatly help optimize our overhead and transactional cost. I therefore still give a lot of credit to the evolution of the industry in China, which will definitely keep all of us looking good in the import business. Thank you.
Thank you. And speaking of the industrial transfer, so why do so many companies in China move to the transfer, and what will be the impact of that? Any industrial transfer examples that you can share with us?
Well, I believe we are talking about the migration of the manufacturing activities from China to other countries, other low-cost regions. Well, in my opinion, this is an irreversible trend. 30 to 40 years ago, the industries were relocated to China, and then over time, some other countries may take the turn. That's life. We don't have to look at this trend in a negative way. On the contrary, it might be a good timing for Chinese exporters and manufacturers to think of their strategy. Strategy means we choose to do something while choosing not to do something. We cannot do massively everything now like we did over the past 30 years, knowing we are not going to have some comparative advantages somewhere. It's time to determine what we are good at. In my opinion, industrial people in China should have a deep look into their what they gained over the last 30 years evolution, figuring out something like a SWOT for ourselves. For me, there are many things valuable to find out if you could, most of which are intangible. I will take the example of the toys industry. This is obviously a category of competition. Some Southeast Asian countries have taken some part. However, some Chinese factories are still strong there in their place, simply because over the years, they've collected a sense of how to make a Santa Claus face and eyes more lovely and lovable on the shelf. This is typically a piece of work, intangible. And our buyers are much more happier and inclined to select and pay for things with values intangible. This is a very true matter of fact. Thanks.
Thank you, Jimmy. So how do the US tariffs affect different industries? How to turn the negative impacts into business opportunities? Could you give our buyers some suggestions?
Trump tariff is really a difficult topic for us all. Nobody is easy. But if I could give you some advice or give my opinion, I'd say under these tariff circumstances, buyers may need to develop a relationship with suppliers in a more sincere manner. As people say, sincerity deals with uncertainty. Try to get partners with suppliers and don't fuss around. Like this, we may find some savings within the total cost ownership. Thanks.
Thank you. And we all know that the Suez Canal blockage last year, and it led to the increase of the shipping fee. So what is your opinion about it? And do you think the shipping fee will go higher in the future?
Well, sea freight market is another difficult topic. 2022, for me, it looks to be another year of challenges. Extended transit capacity issues and higher rates are to be expected again. So if I could give some suggestions, I'd say we should make sure we do better in the following three things. First of all, plan everything earlier in the year. Second, take less speculative behavior in buying. Third, pay bills on time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving us the sourcing tips and the suggestions. So anything else you want to say to our buyers?
Enjoy the life. that's life. So enjoy it. That's it. C'est la vie in French.
Yeah, that's great. Enjoy our lives in this kind of situation. So thank you, Jimmy, and thank you for giving us such a wonderful sharing. And hope to see you soon. So
thank you.
And
take
care. Hope you have a great day.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.